This is Tony again. I'm going to show you the last stage of this. I've shown the NeyeN sequence and how to take the cube apart. 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. Okay, this is part 6, which would fit in here. Okay, and part 3, which fits in here. Okay, and it makes, sorry, it's hard to show this. All right, so this is creating the cube, but the NeyeN sequence takes it apart. So what I'm going to show you now is part 3, let's lay it right here, becomes, once it's broken loose, becomes this. Part 6 becomes this. Now I want to show you what happens when the part 3, because, alright, let's go back. This is part 3. This is part 3 in the cube. But what happens is they come apart and form, because see, it's 3 points here. So the 3 become 1. Alright. Same thing here. The 3 on part 6 becomes the 1. Should be like part 6. Now I want to take this and show you. If this is laying here on its side, there are 3 points that are up. Sorry, here, here, and here. Those numbers are 1, 7, and 4. 7 and 4 is 11, 1 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. The 3 parts that are down are 2 and 5 and 8. 2 and 5 is 7, 7 and 5 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6. 6 and 3 would still be 9. Okay, so now let me show you what happens. This is going to be a little bit difficult to make this do this, but hold on. Okay, so now that part 3 has become this, it's going to reconnect here, here, and here. Okay, and it's going to pull them together. Then 6 is going to do the same thing. I'm going to put it together and then I'll show you what you get. Hold on one moment. Okay, so I've used the triangle now and I've attached 1, 4, and 7. Now I'm going to use the other triangle to connect 2, 5, and 8. Now watch this. Okay, so this is it roughly. This is called an octahedron. Alright, now let's follow the numbers again, the sequence. 1, 2, 4, 8, down here, 7, 5, back to 1. So what this is, and I mean that's very rough because this is made of stirrers. Alright, but now I can show you a better shape. Okay, and this is it. And it's actually a pyramid on a pyramid. You see? But the sequence, the NeyeN sequence, runs on this part too. It's like 1, 2, 4, 8, and it comes back up 7, 5, back to 1. So let's look at it again. 1 is top, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5, 1. Okay, it's 8-sided. Alright? It's a pyramid on a pyramid. And then this is what's so absolutely amazing. Now I'm going to show you some of the math. Hold on just a moment. Okay, so this is what's interesting about it. It takes 8 triangles to make it. A triangle has degrees, which is 60, 60, and 60. Right? 60, 60, 60 is 180 total. But there are 8 triangles. So if we do 4 of them, 2 is 360 degrees. 180 degrees plus 180 degrees. 4 would equal 720 degrees. There are 4 on the top, and then there are 4 on the bottom, which is another 720 degrees. Then the total would be 1,440 degrees. And what's really another amazing thing about it is what the Egyptians believed about the octahedron. And that's what this shape is. It's called an octahedron, and as best as I gather it, it's as above, so below. 720, 720. Alright, and I just want to show you a little bit about what the Egyptians believed about it. Hold one moment. Okay, so the Egyptians were aware of the cube, as well as the shapes within it. Because they were directly descended from the warriors Ra and Ro, they believed in an upper and a lower world, or put another way, they held the view that the universe was a diabolic reality, a reality based upon 2 opposites, duality. Here's your 2 columns again. Remnants of warrior teachings about the Ba. The educated were aware of the importance of the cube and the shapes it contains as a clue to the very nature of reality. More warrior teaching rather than the tetrahedron. However, the architects of the pyramid chose to build them based upon the octahedron, a shape which sits at the center of every cube, and also found at the center of the diabolic shape of God, the interlocking tetrahedron.
They are too closed-minded, negative, and insensitive. This opinion or judgment creates heaviness in our hearts, preventing us from seeing and saying hello to others on a spiritual level. You become more intuitive the more you release judgment. When you are in judgment, it takes away your ability to see others clearly and have compassion. Each soul is on an evolutionary journey. Rather than compassion for this person's Ancient Egyptians believed the heart was the center of the soul's memory, emotion, and thoughts. They knew it grew heavy with negative thoughts. As immortal beings, they knew they would need a light heart to move on to the next level of spiritual awareness. Close your eyes and visualize your heart being weighed on a scale against a feather. If it is not balanced, see the color in your heart,
which form a stellated octahedron, the diabolic shape of God, called the Seal of Solomon, or also the Star of David. If you remove the regular tetrahedron that seems to make the shape of the Merkabah star, or stellated octahedron shape, you get the platonic solid known as an octahedron. The Egyptians reasoned that the pyramid must be the primal shape, the most important shape. To the Egyptians, the pyramid, or its dual, the octahedron, was the shape of God, half representing the upper world and the other half representing the underworld. This is why they built their pyramids based upon the octahedron and placed the dead pharaoh at the center. And here's the thing, the octahedron is 8-sided, but the absolute center of it is 9. And that's all that there is. I mean, from that there's everything. It's eternal. It's a really interesting reading. You can get to this just through, let's see, Egyptian octahedron. And then you'll find this incredible information. See, there's the cube, the octahedron at the center. At the center. Very interesting. And actually, the Egyptians were monotheists. They believed in one God, and He was God of all things. So I'm just sort of leaving this here. You can stop it and read for yourself some of this. I was looking to see if they had, oh, look at this, parallel worlds, sorry. Yes, in mathematics is a language. That's what I've said, symbols and math. Okay, but it was just very interesting that the NeyeN sequence broke down the cube, and from that you can arrive to the octahedron. Very interesting. Just going to share it and finish it up. Have a good evening.